get started. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brady. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. The give to the back. On the move at the 30. Oh, what a move! Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Man, that's excellent blocking there on the left side of the line. They were able to get great push, get off the line, create a little bit of crease for that running back.
They just created a wall. He had all kinds of room to run.
Yeah, I might go back to that one and call that one again. It worked so well.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Got room on the return. He's inside the 40. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
On the move. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
He'll take a shot. And this one's going to be incomplete. He was connection in the back corner of the end zone.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Quarterback checking off. On third and long, he has to throw for it. He caught it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Brady. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? He will score. Touchdown, Horned Frogs.
Touchdown, TCU. Number 82 takes it back to the score.
He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good.
The kick is good.
You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. A fair catch called for and made. Baylor has has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
He's taking the shot. Makes the grab along the left sideline for the huge gain.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Got out of trouble and throws. With the catch, it's Boone. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Gives it to the back on the draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
A lot of times those draw plays are successful when those defensive linemen run up the field, rush the quarterback, create some holes. Not this time. The defensive line did a really good job understanding that, seeing the draw play, getting the running back, getting his butt on the ground.
And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. The Bears aren't threatening on 1st and goal. They'll give it on the jet sweep, looking for room outside. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
The offense is getting creative. They're getting close to the goal line. They're trying to take advantage of this guy's speed by using the jet sweep. It's a good play call.
They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Here we go. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Quarterback will keep it. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
From the 3-yard line, they'll try it again on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. He just treated that thing like a hot potato, and they're going to call him for grounding. Wow, look at this. You could take the lead with a chip shot field goal here. Instead, they'll try to finish this drive with a touchdown. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. Just drives it between the uprights. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Wisconsin delivered the knockout blow, and I think the defense was the story here. J.J. Watt may be the standard, but it looks like there's another stud edge rusher there in Madison. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Drives into the pile just to pick up a 1. They'll spot it at the 10.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety. They'll boot it away from their own 20 after taking the safety. Looking for a block. It's Ramirez. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first one.
Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Rifles it down the middle. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And the interception was enough. The return made it even better as he gets it down to the 48-yard line.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Right down the middle. He's got an open man. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Baylor 12, TCU 7.
First down to start the drive after the break. He's going to pass. Dances away from the heat. Throws to the wideout. He caught it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, TCU.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this run.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Provo. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. You had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Nice run there on first down. You know this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Give to the running back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. It's complete. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That is a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And, guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
And the Bears will snap it on 1st and 10. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
And get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast. And you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback will audible. From the gun, the ground game. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Oh, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And a flag flies as the pass is incomplete. Let's see who it's on. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Really want to try to pick up at least half of the yardage needed on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. They're setting up the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
On the set.
12th play of the drive coming up, but they've got a long way to go here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Bears! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. Coming out with it, it's Brady. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Now you find out just how much of a gun gunslinger you are, will you roll the dice here late in the half, David? He'll take the deep shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep ones.
Well, I'll tell you, I know they're losing the game. It's only the first half, but this offense, obviously, they've spent some time practicing 2-minute throughout the week. You can see they're really in rhythm, they're really in focus, and they're attacking the right areas of the field in order to try to maintain as much clock as possible.
Hit as he throws. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to pass on second down. It's complete on the right side. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
The defense just has to do a better job in coverage, guys. They did a great job taking away the quarterback's initial primary target, but then they left that guy completely wide open. Somebody busted on the back end.
Wants to throw on first down. They're trying to get to it. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Just about set for the second half kickoff. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Avoids, and the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. And it just seems like there's a little more oomph in a hit like that in a rivalry game, David.
Man, yeah, and you have to love it in these rivalry games when you get those big licks. And, Jesse, you make a statement. You make a point.
Yeah, you're right, David. I mean, I just feel like in rivalry games, everybody's playing a little bit faster. And I feel like
going for the big play. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away and pass incomplete.
The Bears will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. He'll come out throwing on first down. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
I know it wasn't an interception, but a lot of times tips and deflections leads to interceptions. Great job by the defender getting his mitt on the football.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. Coming after it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Quickly complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
They want to just keep throwing it. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
He wants to pass it on second down. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Well, it's a simple play. QB's just looking for his big fella, the tight end, and he couldn't reel it in.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on third and long. Trying to get to him. He's got his man. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Horned Frogs look to keep this drive humming. They'll throw it on first down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Number 13 with the carry.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they have a 2-point lead. So they start in a great spot, move the ball 34 yards, and it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
They go to the ground. He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game to pick up the first down. Got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it well.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Quarterback checking the play. On second down, looking to throw. Fires it down the seam. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Touchdown, Baylor! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Arkansas State is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Jonesboro for some time. They're up by 21 over Central Michigan. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Comes out throwing on first down. Zings it complete to the right.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land.
He was trying to push it downfield. He was looking for a receiver, trying to make a play. Could tell the pressure started to get to him a little bit. Nowhere to go with the football. Just fights back to the line of scrimmage.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. What a good run there. He has enough for the 1st down.
And they may have caught the defense snapping there a little bit, David, maybe expecting pass on that 3rd down, but because of the back's effort now, fresh set of down.
And it's so nice to have a guy that you can give the football on these 3rd down situations and feel confident you're going to continue to move the sticks.
Finds a tight end. He was just a breath from taking that one all the way, and he'll run that momentum right into the 4th quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Baylor 26, TCU 21.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Looking to move it through the air. Gets it out fast. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense going right down the field in 6 plays and now set up for 1st and goal.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. So he gets stuffed on 1st down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now in this 2nd play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might...
Touchdown, TCU! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
TCU, number 85, with the grab and the score.
Leading by 1, they'll go ahead and go for 2 and try to make it a field goal game. Barges ahead. He'll be stopped short. Still a 1-point game here in the 4th. They had hoped to push this edge out to a field goal, but they were denied. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Bears racing to the line in the hurry up. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. That's caught. It's Ramirez. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. It's a 1-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
That's a gutsy call, and I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
Well, that's called paying off good field position. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got the ball back. You're on your opponent's side of the 50, and on your very first play, you break off a long run. This defense right now is playing on their heels late.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Fires to the tight end. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
And what a big conversion by the offense there. With the lead late, you're just trying to stay on the field and bleed the clock. At this point, it's tick, 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 tick. Let's run this clock down as low as we can before we snap.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And he splits the uprights and pushes the lead to 8 here in the 4th. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it, be aggressive. The problem is, when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Bears in the hurry-up.
Brings up 2nd down.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. He looks that one in nicely. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
You see it more and more. Smaller wide receivers, I don't care about their size anymore. I put them in the slot. I let them get a good matchup. They're so quick, people can't get their hands on them. They make plays, and I feed them the football. These are guys that have a lot of catches throughout a season.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Blasted as he lets it go. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Motion from the offense. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. Wide receiver shows motion. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. He unleashes a long one. And that pass picked off. Bringing it back. Able to stay on his feet and get the ball to the 21-yard line.
And that is a backbreaker. It's 4th down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. The clock and the scoreboard on their side as they come to the line, 1st and goal. Trying to barge in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, TCU! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Fair catch, called for and made. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it. Like, if you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37. And the Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Complete downfield. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. To the air on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. Now, I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Going up top. Touchdown Bears! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
this is always an interesting spot for me now because you're going to have to go for 2 regardless. I don't know if it's now or if it's later when you score, but at some point you're going to have to pull the trigger. So that's a you decision, but nice job by this offense getting the touchdown now to give yourself that opportunity to have a choice.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Offense set on first down. From the gun, the running back has it. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games because this is always, there's a letdown